if you're feeling the squeeze from your mortgage right now, you're not alone. So nearly half, 49% of homeowners are in the actual same boat. So trying to keep up with the monthly payments that's just keep kind of getting higher and higher each month. So I've had quite a few people reach out to me asking what they can actually do to manage. So in today's video, we are actually diving into why this is happening, what is going on with the housing market, and some of the options you might have if you're feeling that monthly financial pressure is really kind of building up. Let's start with the big picture here. According to a recent survey, around 49% of homeowners are actually struggling to make their mortgage payments. There are a few reasons that this is happening. One, mortgage rates have actually gone up over the years. Property taxes always keep rising, and insurance premiums. Now, especially if you're in states like Florida, they are actually skyrocketing. So for many people, these costs are beyond their actual control, and it's actually creating a very serious financial challenge for them. So you might have heard the saying, marry the house and then date the rate. Well, that was kind of bad advice to some people. It actually encouraged people to buy the right house regardless of that interest rate, with the idea that they could possibly refinance later on. But that hasn't actually panned out for them, right? Instead of rates going down, they've actually continued to rise. Now, we might start seeing a trickle of it come down, but some folks are just stuck with that higher monthly payment that they were not actually expecting and that they can't comfortably afford anymore. I even had a client here in Florida who had their original loan with somebody else want to sell their home because the monthly payment just wasn't sustainable anymore for them. Now, let's talk about what could be coming for the housing market. Personally, I don't see a major crash or bubble bursting happening anytime soon. Do I expect things to slow down? Yes. Home prices may not drop significantly, but the days of rapid price growth are likely behind us for a while. So while prices might go up a little each year, the affordability issue isn't going to be solved overnight. On top of that, mortgage rates aren't expected to come down anytime soon. We might see small dips, but unless there's like an economic shift with rising unemployment and the Fed cutting the rates and all these things combining, we're not likely to see a big drop. So if you're waiting for rates to plummet, don't hold your breath. It's just not happening. It's actually better to work with where things are at now and a plan accordingly. All right. Now, because of these financial pressures that are people are making sacrifices to actually manage their housing cost. So here's some of the data on exactly how people are adjusting. So 35% are cutting back on vacations, 22% are skipping meals, 21% are working extra hours, and another 21% are actually selling belongings. People are even dipping into their savings, with around 18% borrowing money from their 401ks and another 18% pulling from the actual retirement funds. It's a tough spot, but these sacrifices show how widespread this issue really is. Now, if you are struggling to keep up with your mortgage, here are a few steps to actually consider. One, see if refinancing makes sense. If you're locked into a really high rate, refinancing could actually lower your monthly payment, but only if it actually makes financial sense. So be careful. With this option, if it's just a temporary fix, you don't want to, burn through all of your equity for a short-term solution unless you have a long-term plan. Watch my video on the things to watch out for refinancing. Two, check out your lender. It might feel intimidating, but talk to your lender. Don't hesitate to call your lender that's servicing your loan if you're struggling. They're not looking to take your home from you. In many cases, they will actually work with you on your loan modifications. So forbearance or any other temporary solutions that they can give you a bit of breathing room. Three, consider selling but only if it's right for you. Selling your home could be a last resort, but if you go this route, you will want to research what's happening in the rental market also. So look at what it would actually cost you to rent versus what your current mortgage payment is at. So factor in the cost of selling too, so you have a clear picture of what you would actually walk away with if you decide to sell. Look, the main thing to remember here is that you're not alone in this, and there are options out there. It's all about actually being proactive, weighing your choices carefully, and avoiding rushed decisions. So drop a comment below and let me know your thoughts on this, on what you think the housing market, or if you have been affected by the rising costs. So thanks for watching. If you want a review of your current mortgage to see if there are any savings that you could actually take advantage of, just click the link in the comments below. And for just a mortgage review, I'll personally review your statement with you, no obligation. We'll kind of point and see what direction is actually best for you and go over all the numbers. Now, and stay tuned for more content to help you actually navigate today's actual housing challenges.